music. He's like love, 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 and music. La la la, love, 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 and music. Love, love.
Hello, 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 everyone. Thank you for tuning in. I am Jaylee. This is Jaylee's Corner. This is my review for We're the Campbells. This is season 1, episode 2. And as I like to call the show, this is Mary Mary rebranded. Because again, I told y'all, to me, it's the way Mary Mary should have been before. And it's just Mary Mary with like less Tina. And I think some people like that. Because it's a really, I like the show. It's focuses on Erica and Warren, taps a little bit in each of their families. I like it so far. We shall see if it gets a season 2. I don't know, whatever. So the episode does pick off where the last one left off. They're all still in Vegas at the Stellar Awards. Erica's still waiting for Warren. She's like, where's my husband? I want my husband with me on the red carpet. However, Warren is dealing with an artist issue to where an artist does not want to go and perform on stage for whatever reasons, because he felt like the duties he was being asked to do were not what he wanted to do. And what I like that Warren said to him was, you know what I'm saying, you can't be in here leading with your ego. He says real artists check their egos, because I don't want it to be a thing to where, you know, you don't call me first and then you out here ranting and raving and saying kind of what you want to do, and then you get a bad reputation, and then in hindsight, so do I, because, you know, I'm your person or whatever. And the guy kind of understood it or whatever, and Warren said he would fix it. So I don't know if the dude went on stage or not, but he at least got Warren's point in saying, you can't, you know, you brand new in this, okay? We just getting here. You can't, even if you've been in this industry for 10 years, you still brand new in this game. So you can't be out here saying what you're not going to do because it looks bad. And I said, okay, that was good sound advice. Okay, Warren, you have some really good sound advice, and it's really cool. So we do see that at that point in time, he does make it to the carpet to take a few pics with Erica. Now, Erica's like, oh my God, I'm just so upset because, you know, you took so long, you know, you missed most of the carpet, you know, you're late, it's only 3 photographers left. And I'm like, well, it only takes one photographer to take a good picture. So I'm like, so did you want him there just to like take photos? Okay, you say so. But I'm like, if it's 3 photographers left, they're gonna still take a picture. And, you know, at least he made it. And this is what I feel too. You guys are both artists, even though you're married. So I feel like when you are there for work, because you're there to perform as an artist, he's also there as a producer with his other artists. I feel like sometimes when you're both married in the same field, you have to realize the other person has to be on their job. Because Erica, you was on the red carpet as Erica Campbell, the artist. You weren't there as someone's wife. You were there as an artist, the same way he was there as a producer. So I do feel like that she should have understood the same way that she was there working, he was there working, but he was doing something different, and he still made time to get to her before the whole red carpet ended. And I'm like, that's when you have to have that compromise. Like, I can't get there in the beginning, but I can make sure I'm there before it ends, and that's a good compromise between the husband and wife. So we do see Mary Mary does perform. We see that that Tina's there. I like that we don't get much Tina. I think Tina from the last reality show kind of put a bit of a bad taste in some fans' mouths based on how things went towards the end of the seasons. And I think she's actively taking a reality TV show hiatus. I don't think she even wants to be involved, because I think she wants to kind of rebrand or rebuild her image, and kind of get away from how negatively she seems in like seasons 4 and 5, a little bit 3 of Mary Mary. So we see like, you know, clips of her with Tina, clips of Tina with Erica on the show, but they perform or whatever at the show. They said it was the first time they performed in the past 6 years. They did some Mary songs. Of course, they came out the shackles on my feet, so I can't. It's 2:30 in the morning, so my voice is really all messed up. They did shackles. She also says how they also mixed in some of their new music with their new solo music with, you know, Mary stuff. And I think I said before when I was reviewing Mary, the perfect tour for them, because that was a big thing before. The perfect tour was a Tina and Erica tour, because y'all can perform y'all own stuff but still have y'all joint stuff, because your fans love you both. And I think maybe with them doing the melody of their stuff, you know, a whole little mix of all the songs, they could have maybe seen, if we did a tour, we could both make some money. But we shall see if that's gonna ever happen. We do see her and Warren, Erica and Warren, at the hotel after the whole fiasco of the awards and everything. And, you know, Erica's basically saying how she just wants more of his time as his wife, not as his artist. Where she's like, you know, out on the red carpet, you know what I'm saying? You didn't make it to the end. I was disappointed. And he was like, you know, out of all my artists at this event, you're the only person I walked the red carpet with, so you get more than my other artists got. And then she said, well, I'm talking, you know, as your wife. And, you know, that's the difficult part when your producer is your husband and he's also producing other people. You have to, it's that fine balance. But I do think it's cool that she's letting him know that it bothers her, but excuse me, at the same time, I want her to, I hope that she, damn water, I hope that she understands sometimes your producing husband looks at you as his artist because it's business time. And I think for the most part, I think Warren looked at the Stellars as something for work, and she was trying to mix the two. Like, yeah, you know what I'm saying, I'm your wife, but I'm your artist, but I want you right now to be my husband. And he like, well, but I'm also your producer, and I'm also the producer for all these other people. So it's that weird balance of how do you know what I'm saying, not mess up the both things. Back at home, we see his sister Joy is talking to their mom because I feel left out, you know what I'm saying? I saw the whole thing, like, no. Yeah, she said she felt left out, right? See, I had to see what I wrote down. She's feeling left out because she said she feels like she's been waiting her whole life for something to happen. As far as his music career and her being on my block. And, you know what I'm saying, she's like, I just don't know what he's doing for my career. And as I said last week, I don't know her. Some of you guys did point out that she has done different albums, different songs or whatever. Not albums, but different songs with people. So she has stuff out there. But yeah, I don't know her. But I feel like when you're an artist, or when you're a person, when you're an entertainer or something of that sort, it's not always about waiting on someone else to make the next move. You want to be actively pursuing things to push yourself forward and not really waiting on someone. I would not be waiting on my brother, who happens to be a producer, to get me different. I would be working on my own too, so that way he can't ever say I made you and you waited for me and now your whole popping thing is because of me. No. Like, the whole time you was lollygagging and doing Mary stuff, I was out here still working and grinding, and I got to this place on my own, but also with your help. But that's neither here nor there. She brings up how she has she said she has 300 songs just sitting with no plan. And I said, well, hell, I would have left after I wrote my first 100 songs. I'm not, who has 300 songs and not one album out? A fool. Okay, I'm like, that to me, that's stupid. Like, if you really wrote and or produced 300 songs, once you got the first 100 songs, if nothing happened, why aren't you at least out here shopping those songs to other artists? Like, still, if you can't be popping right now as an artist, pop as a writer. If you've written 300 songs, I say, girl, you know how many albums that is? Anyway, the mama like, look, I think it's need to just think about it, you know what I'm saying? Don't react too much, you know what I'm saying? Your brother seems to have a plan, but his issue probably could be that he does not articulate what he wants to do well enough for you to be, you know what I'm saying, accepting of it. So that's one thing that she was saying. So we see the mama meet up with Warren and Erica. They back from the awards, and she lets him know, like, look, Joy is frustrated. She wants to basically leave the company. She's thinking about leaving the label because she just feels as if she's left out, and you know what I'm saying, she don't know what like is coming next for her. And you know, she felt like if she left the label and she went somewhere else, she would be in charge of her own stuff and she wouldn't have to wait for you. Warren said, what makes her think if she goes somewhere else she's gonna be in charge? And I said, that's really true. You know, sometimes with these other labels, you go there and you have a little bit of power, but not much, because they're still putting money into developing you and stuff like that. So sometimes you don't have as much say so as you would have with your brother. Now, you know, so it can be a catch-22. You don't never know if the grass is greener on the other side. So he then also says, in order for her to go somewhere else, she would have to get out of my contract, and I ain't letting her out. I said, well, goddamn it, you a slave master? You gonna keep her in chains, keep her in bondage? If you say so. He's just like, you know, look, you know, she just needs to be a little bit more patient. Like, I have a whole plan idea for her. I just need her to kind of chill out for a minute. I feel like Warren, if she'd been on that label this whole time, that for 5 seasons, because we saw Google, we saw all the Campbell sisters. If we never even once saw your sister, who's an artist, perform any, like you, if y'all, I would be pissed. I would be more pissed that he didn't include me or try to give me any kind of exposure on the reality show he did for 5 seasons, versus if he went and did one photo shoot and I wasn't in the photo shoot. I'll be more pissed about not being featured in any capacity, showing off my skills in any kind of way on the reality show, because I'm like, that's how you get people to see you. So I'm like, a little bit, I don't know. I don't know. It's kind of weird, you know. But Warren, like, you know, I got a plan. He then tells his mom and his wife he has to have shoulder surgery. And I said, well, how your wife ain't know? But, you know, some people don't tell people things, and this what it is. So he brings up how he hurt his shoulder in, like, high school. He kind of let it heal or whatever. And then last year while he was swimming, he kind of messed it up a little bit more. And the doctor said, like, he has to have surgery on it to fix it. And Eric's like, well, I got a show to do, so should I cancel my show? He like, no, you know, it's a quick little surgery, whatever. Don't, you know, go work, it's gonna be fine. And she's like, look, you having real surgery. I can't, you know, be somewhere and you here and I can't be here. He like, girl, go sing. Okay. Goo. We see Goo a little bit, you know what I'm saying? Her and Erica was working out, or, you know, walking or whatever. She gets a call from her publicist who tells her that her glam suite was a huge success at the awards, and that, you know, all the sponsors loved it, and they are, you know, asking when will the next event be. I'm pretty sure her sponsors were probably the people she used, the clothes she used, the makeup she used, the hair, etc. Everything that she used was probably sponsored by someone. And if you have sponsors and the people like the products and then they go buy the products, the sponsors love it because they get more customers. I'm trying to get Lane Bryant to sponsor me. This is a Lane Bryant top, by the way. It's a shirt dress. But you want to sometimes get sponsored by someone because it's just, you know, it's extra income. I need Rihanna to do this because it's her lipstick. I need Lane Bryant because I wear the clothes all the time. On my IG, I'm always posting my little outfits of the day. I want sponsors too. Okay, let's sad. Anyway, we see that whole thing. So she's happy that her endeavor paid off, and she's gonna do more of those. You know, when she then asked Erica, like, well, did Warren make it on the carpet with you? Erica going the whole thing about how we not told Warren. You know what I'm saying? We kind of made a decision to always check in with each other, you know, to have this little love check-ins. And she said, I was upset because I was basically looking for him the whole time. He never checked in with me. Like, he didn't even call me and say, like, hey, I'm running late. Hey, nothing. She's like, I was just looking for him the whole time. So that's the reason I was disappointed. And now when she said it like that, I said, that makes complete sense. But I said, that is different than saying, I wanted you here. I do think it's perfectly okay for a spouse to say, if you're running late, you need to let me know. But it's different saying, I just want more, I want more time, or why want you here? It's kind of different, but I get her saying like, we're supposed to make sure that we're always communicating to each other, and I don't feel like he was communicating that day. It makes complete sense. We then see Joy again. This time she's talking to a friend, saying how again, she was scrolling Instagram. She then saw the photo that my block had, you know, all the artists except her. She was the only one who wasn't in it, and it kind of made her feel, she was upset, she was angry. She just wasn't feeling it. And I'm like, at this point in time, I'm like, girl, Joy, I need you to get over it, okay? Because at this point in time, the photo shoot has happened. He explained why, and the explanation made complete sense, that it was a gospel artist shoot, and you're not a gospel artist. So that part of it made sense. So I think you need to let that go, because it's just too much, okay? Warren then calls her. So Warren calls her to let her know, hey, I have to have surgery on my shoulder, so I'm going to be down about, it's going to be about a 12-week recovering situation. He like, she's like, oh, I'm so sad about that. He says, yeah, you know what I'm saying, I messed it up, and it's kind of messed up. He says, I can't he said, I can't pick up my kids, I can't play basketball, so I have to get it fixed. So, but again, I'm going to be down 12 weeks. So he like, we're going to have to kind of like, push some stuff around, until I can get better. So she said, as an artist, she said in her confessional, as an artist, I'm upset because it pushes my stuff back. She said, but as a sister, I'm sad because my brother has to have surgery. I feel like as an artist, if your producer is hurt and he is going to need 12 weeks to do whatever, you can't book no studio time and knock out, you know what, I got 300 songs, I'm going to go and record an EP. I'm going to take these 12 weeks and I'm record one song a day or one song a week, and when he off his little sick bed or whatever, I'm gonna come to him with a whole album so that he can't say I don't know what to do with her, because I've already worked on my own things while you was at home recuperating. And then at that point in time, if he be like, well, I don't know, then walk away and be pissed. But again, girl, do your due diligence. What I did not like was the friend then said, did he say he can't play basketball and he doing it to play basketball? And I said, no, heaven, that's not what he said. What he said was, I can't pick my kids up and I can't play basketball. My thing is, those are things that you do with your shoulder. You throw the ball, okay, and you pick kids up, and he can't do either. So I'm like, and I said to myself, is Joy and her friend gonna be the messiness? Is Joy gonna be the Tina of this episode, this season? Is she gonna be the messy one? And I don't mean messy in like in a basketball wise kind of way. I mean messy in the point of you gonna harp on things and kind of be the drama a little bit. I'm like, she giving me Tina vibes, okay? She just really is. We do see Warren have the surgery. And the surgery was the day before. Again, the Erica's going like on a to do a concert with like Fred Hammond, Donnie McClurkin, and someone else, a third guy, and she's gonna be the only female there. Excuse me, only female gospel artist there. So he's having surgery the day before. She's of course nervous because she's a wife. Anyone is nervous when their loved one gets surgery, because surgery is surgery. You have to be put on. I never want to be put under, okay? Because I'm terrified that my ass will not wake back up. So I hope that I never have to have surgery, because I'll just be so terrified. Anyway, he like, don't be nervous. It's okay. It's just a shoulder surgery. She's like, I know, but it's surgery. He said, I survived cancer. I had cancer. And I said, he did have cancer. So back in 2008, he had kidney cancer. So she did say how, he had surgery, had the cancer removed, but it was a tough time when all of that went down. But he like, what I'm saying, it's okay. They said her little prayer. He comes out of surgery fine. It was, he goes home. At this point in time at the house, Erica find out that Warren has asked her assistant Misty to basically be the assistant of my block. Because she already does so much, for them at the current time. And Erica didn't know. And she's like, what? And she said, yeah, he asked me whatever, and I told him I would have to think about it because I wanted to talk to you first. And she says, well, yeah, he ain't talking to me about it. She's like, well, you told me that you was busy, right? And she said, well, no, I told him I would pray about it. And she said, what did God say? And she said, well, God told me that I can handle the extra work. I can do this. I'm saying? I can handle it. I like how she said, I asked God, and God said, because at the end of the day, no matter how Warren feel, no matter how Erica feel, it should be about what Misty wants to do. But of course, Erica said, "Well, let me talk to him because I can't believe he didn't talk to me first." So when she go up to talk to him about it, he's like, "Well, the reason I kind of picked her was because she already does so much for us. When I had the whole crazy situations, things going on in Vegas, at the awards, she stepped in and easily got things handled." And and it just makes more sense. He said, "When we are like CEOs of our company, she would be like." Whatever it is below the CEO, that's what she would be, but still, in charge of things." And I'm like, you want to have someone you trust who can handle the job, do the job, and sometimes you want to promote from within, and that's my personal opinion. And he said, like, look, she's already getting paid through my pocket anyway, so it doesn't really matter. That's true. She's already an employee, even though she's just Erica's assistant. She's already getting paid from their company, so it is to this. We do see Erica go do the little show, and I think it was in Nashville. I forgot where it was, but she's there, and she's like got this little sequence number. She wants to be all girly and fancy, whatever, because she's the only female on the little show. And when she's talking to Fred Hammond, and they talk about like what everybody gonna be wearing, he like, "Oh, me and the guy, like we wearing like some jeans, little t-shirts or whatever. Like it's not gonna be a full blown gospel church session. We want to come out looking like in Sunday's best. It's more of a relaxed concert vibe, still praising God, but just not so dressy. So she's like, well, damn, I gotta figure out what I'm gonna wear because I brought a sequence dress. I'm gonna have to like find like a little, some regular clothes to wear, whatnot. So, we see a little scene where she's talking to her mom, and I think this happened. I think maybe it says out of order. She's talking to her mom about going, and she was saying, that's what it was. She was showing her mom the dress she was gonna wear. That's the thing popped in my head. Anyway, so the mom like, well, who are gonna be there? So we know me, Fred Hammond, so and so and so and so, Donnie. And she said, and Donnie wanna know how you doing. I said, what? And she did a whole little shimmy. I said, don't tell me that Mary Mama, Miss Honey, Mama Honey, out here thotting and bopping with Donnie McClurkin. I'm like, when she said, Donnie wanna know how you doing, I said, Mama Honey, what's going on, Mama Honey? Girl, Mama Honey, like, look, let's just change the subject. I ain't got time for that. We do see how her and Erica talk a little bit about how busy or how her and Warren need to kind of connect a little bit more. Mama Honey, it's like you have to always connect with your husband, okay? So Erica was funny because she said, I would never, mirror my marriage to my parents because they, got married and divorced 3 times. And when her father passed away, he wasn't married to their mama. So she said, but I love the fact that they kept trying to make it work. So, me and my husband had our issues before, so we always make a thing to continuously check back in with each other. And Mama Honey, like, just make sure to make time for each other. So that was cute. The kids made food for Warren. It was cute. The oldest little girl is the little Erica in training. She really, really is. She's bossy, but nice, but bossy. Okay. She gonna be a handful at like 17. She really, really is. Cute. What else did we see? At the show, when, Erica and Warren was like FaceTiming or whatever, Erica kind of brought up again how she brought up again how she did not like the fact that her assistant was going to be working for everyone. I hope, I got to get a whole different outfit. I hope my assistant who now works for y'all too, don't mess me up. Which made Warren be like, look, if we're going to keep arguing about whatever, let's just not have her be that. Because I don't want to keep arguing about it. And it seemed like it went from a joke to serious to a joke to serious. And I'm like, at this point too, like, just don't do it because it's going to be a consistent point of contention. So I feel like don't block that girl's blessings. Like, don't try to pigeonhole her to just being your assistant. Like, I just wonder. I get that she's upset, but if she wanted him to talk to her about it. But I'm like, at the end of the day, if you trust her and she does a good job and she can do the job, why be upset about it? Like, you haven't even given her the chance to like not do the job right, and you're complaining about it. I'm like, let her fuck up first. Let her fuck up first, and then say, this is why I didn't want her to do both. Because at that point, you have a reason to say that. But to be complaining while the girl is right there with you, working with you, it's just a thing to start an argument. And I was like, you know what I'm saying? I'm just not here for it, but whatever. We do see her perform. It went off without a hitch. She looked great. She sang great. I was singing with her the whole time and saying it was really, really cool. What else did she do? She went back home. Her and Warren had dinner. No, they talked in the hotel. She called him again, but again, it was a conversation about the assistant girl. And then when she gets home, they're again talking about the assistant girl. And at this point, I'm tired of them talking about it. It's only episode 2. I'm tired of them and this assistant girl. I'm tired of Joy in the damn my black photo shoot. Both of them getting on my nerve. You know, it seems that she say how, you know, back in the day, our marriage suffered because we were not communicating well. We weren't talking to each other. And so I want to always be able to communicate things to him. And that's why I was trying to talk about the whole assistant thing. He's like, look, because she's like, you know, sometimes you'll say, you know, everything's fine, but it really isn't. And then he like, well, you know, sometimes I say that just meaning to cut the conversation off, because that at that moment it isn't the proper time to talk about whatever you're bringing up. He said, but I don't mean to, you know, put it off as if I want to put work over us. And she said, well, sometimes I do feel like that's what you're doing. And he said, well, you know what I'm saying, I can't read your mind, you know what I'm saying, so you have to tell me these things. And she's like, well, you know, you should be emotional, you need to be so you need to read my emotions. And then it went off. I feel like the show is going to show them it's like, we thought they had a perfect marriage, but they have issues like everyone else. I'm not going to say they put on for the show. I don't think that's the truth. I think they had real issues in the past, and we're kind of see that play out on TV, but I don't want them to be having these if this season is going to be about little petty arguments over the assistant, I don't want to see it. Like, I need the assistant conversation to end by the middle of episode 3. Okay, and that is my review. Thanks so much for tuning in. I am Jay Lee. This is Jaylee's Corner. Peace.